Joyhdae.
Ryan. Virgo season. Cannot. Oh, I cannot with you. I'm gonna start it just like this. So Joyhdae, I had all these plans for how I wanted to start this episode, and you already came with the shits. So I'm also coming with the shits this week. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that right now. My timeline has been full of nonsense this week, and so since mine has been full of nonsense, we're gonna start this episode off correctly.
All right.
Say the word "be" without making your lips touch. Go.
Say a particular word
Say the
without
word.
making.
No, B. B is the word. B, as in B-E-E. B.
You can't.
Try. This has been all over my timeline.
I mean, I would just be like, e.
That's literal. Okay, I thought this was gonna start. I thought this was gonna start off way better. I told you to be ready for the shenanigans. She's just like, I'm just like, oh, it's gonna sound like whatever. Oh my gosh.
That was it. You know what? Fuck it.
Jesus Christ. It's Virgo season. It's Virgo season. By the time this drops, it's Virgo season.
Officially, according to the online astrologist, apparently my watch is dead. At 4:34 p.m. at the time that we are recording this episode, Virgo season has officially commenced.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
First of all, the Leos thought they had it. They thought they had it. For me, it took too long. But we are here. How you feeling? Girl? How you feeling?
I'm not gonna hold you. I have a couple of Leos in my life, and I told them once their birthdays passed, it was Virgo season. The rest of the month did not matter to me. You know what I mean?
I have a few of them. Shout out to my friend Key from work. I don't have a lot of people from work listening to the show, but she's one of them. And her birthday is actually today. She's like right there at the end. Right there at the end. But like again, it does not matter. Every day is Virgo season. It doesn't matter to me. I don't
literally. But I'm not gonna hold you. Something feels different in the air, and I don't know if it's because it's our season, but something in the air feels a little. It's giving me energy that I was missing. You know
what's different? You know what's different in the air? Hurricane Aaron. Yeah, it's like 60 something degrees when we wake up in the morning now. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. I keep telling y'all my birthday is in the summertime, and the universe is trying to lie to y'all. Universe trying to lie to y'all. That's what it is.
August loves giving us a false fall, like that second to last week of August. And then next week it's going to be all 80s again. And then, it's just going to be the thing about it, though, that messes me up every time is just the fact that the 60s in August, September don't feel like the 60s in June, July. Do you know what I mean? Like, why is it a little cool? And I know why it's a little cool. I don't need the meteorologists that listen to break it down for me. I'm being facetious. But it's a little cooler than I like it to be. I like it hot. I'm a summer baby. I like it hot.
Yeah. Okay? But I am cool, so 1 and 1 it goes hand in hand. So I'll live with it. I do like a layer. So having the options to go outside and have like the fashion, instead of having my thighs out all the time and just being hot. I enjoy it all.
I enjoy fall fashion, but that's about it. But give me keep the weather. I don't mind the fall weather because it's not cold typically, and like I could do like a nice blazer, t-shirt, whatever. But I don't want the cold. I don't like the fall because I know what happens after the fall, and y'all can keep that. Side note, before we get into it, first of all, me and these shades and these cheekbones.
Oh my God. I guess y'all should stop listening and y'all should just watch on YouTube because this girl
That's why I don't give them descriptions because I'm trying to force them to actually go look at what we're talking about. But then you be coming up here with your accessibility telling people she is now wearing dark shades and she has done a 2-finger pose. No, go watch the show.
Because people be blind, people be blind, but they like the show though. They do like the show.
I'm blind because when I tell you, I can't see a thing. But that's not what I was gonna say. So Mercury left, and like I told y'all 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago, however long ago it was, she was gonna return my AirPods when she left. She returned my AirPods. She returns my AirPods. She did. These AirPods that are currently in my ear, the correct AirPods.
You texted me with your nonsense, telling me that you found it and how you found it, and I wanted no more details because it just don't make sense, and I don't need my brain to start to try to think about your life
She
in that way.
returned
It
them
just
like
does
I
not.
said
It
she
don't make
would.
sense. It just
She
didn't make sense
returned
how
them
you
like I
found
said
out.
she would because she knew she was on some nonsense and it just didn't make sense. And so she decided, you know what? Let me stop playing around. She needs her AirPods back, and so she returned them. So shout out to
Okay.
Mercury for doing what she was supposed to do.
All right.
And for those of you who
Cool.
want to know, she returned them to me in my office. They was on my desk, a place that I sit every day, just looking at me while the AirPods that I used was in their case. I thought that the AirPods in front of me were the AirPods that needed to be recharged, but they were the AirPods that was lost. Where they came from, I don't know. They was in the pockets of some jeans that I haven't worn in 2 months. We've been recording. I haven't used my old ones until they was lost. So, it is what it is.
Like I said, I didn't need the details. Okay, I have two things that came across my aura, and I was just like, that can't be right. That can't be right. So here we go. First thing, I just found out today. Years old. I found this out today. Gen Beta, as of 2025, has just started. That's we've been talking about Gen Alpha and Gen Z and all of this stuff. Gen Beta is the next generation after Gen Alpha, which means that as of 2025, there are 3 generations of people behind us today.
I want you to think we froze. That's why I didn't say nothing. I want you to think we froze because I'm trying to understand why you're giving me this type of nonsense during Virgo season. Like, save this for after Virgo season.
Do you understand what's going on right now? Do you understand today?
I'm not acknowledging anything you just said because that don't make no sense.
I feel so disrespected. I feel it's just not right.
And then, like, you love doing this during Virgo season, but we should be celebrating ourselves and like the dopeness. And now you want to tell me that there's 3 generations?
Oh my God, three of them.
Please.
All right.
Please.
The next thing I found out was a clarification of something that because we're old, and we've been saying that we're old, and we've not understood how to do and figure out these things. I've gotten some clarification. Okay. So for those that are not watching, again, maybe you should watch. So when we the new thing is clock it, or maybe not so new, but clock it. Clock it is index finger clock it. That's what that is. All right. A lot of people do it with the middle finger. Middle finger is a different thing. Middle finger is a different thing. Middle finger is basically how the Legibitiqua people, applaud you. Okay, it's an applause. It's like in congratulations. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
like,
you did something.
You know what that means? Okay, so this blew my mind when the person explained it to me. So this is an applause because it's like, oh, you did that thing. You ate, right? You ate whatever. That's okay. In American Sign Language, this is the symbol for 8.
Oh.
And that's why that's an applause. This is clack it. This is applause.
Oh.
Okay, now there's a whole different one. I don't think I'll ever be doing it because it definitely is a little spicy. But they also doing like a little something like this. So I don't know what that is, and I could leave that one alone. But yeah, so just a little knowledge for y'all today on this Virgo season.
Since we're clearing stuff up, I need to clear stuff up too.
Okay.
You just reminded me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna mess this up because I don't even remember the name of the game. Natalie reminded me that this is how old we really are. The game that I did last week with the
it has a real name. It has a real name.
Actual game already, and we played it.
I felt like we did.
What the hell is that name? Oh my God! And I can't remember. But we definitely played it, and Natalie was like, "You know, this is such and such," and I was like, "Oh my god, I forgot that game existed." And and I was like, "Huh, I should probably clarify that. What the hell is this game called now?
Oh Lord, here we go.
Because it's gonna bother me."
Again, 3 generations are behind us now.
Shut
Three
up.
of them.
Shut up. And when I
Oh.
say it, you're gonna be like, girl, culture tags. Do you remember we played that before, culture tags? We played this early on. If you look it up, it's gonna click for you, and you're gonna be
But
like,
Culture
huh.
Tags is a game, but I don't know that was this game. But it doesn't matter. Honestly, the game's still kind of a little trash because too much thinking.
But is it
The
culture tag?
visualization of no Culture
Oh
Tags
no,
is
because
not it.
culture tags was the hashtags one.
It's a game. It's an actual board game,
Or
card
is it
game,
if you know,
whatever.
you know? Is that the one that is called?
I don't know. It does not matter.
It
Let's
really
get
doesn't.
straight into it.
But I just needed to get that off my chest. It is culture
Thank.
tag.
Okay,
I just looked it up
whatever.
again. Sorry.
Thanks, Natalie.
So thank you, Natalie, for reminding me that I'm old
Mm-hmm.
and that I just be out here repeating stuff. I
Mm.
mean, it is what it is. So I have such a solid opener this week. I'm so proud of this. Ready?
Oh gosh.
What do a bag of chips stuffed with cash, a man poisoned by AR, a viral catfish scandal in China, SeaWorld turning into a 2000s hip hop festival, and Drake suing his own label all have in common? Absolute chaos, because that's how you start a Virgo season.
Wow. I thought this was like some sort of joke or riddle coming up, but apparently that's what we're talking about this week.
I'm talking about
Wow.
in it.
Wow. Wow.
But before we even get to that, before we even get to that, Ash submitted a new segment that she found that's called why can't I remember things today? Oh, the time I fucked up. TIFU.
Ash, what up though?
This is funny. This is lighthearted because it's Virgo season and I didn't want to be too trash, but it's also like, I bought a present for my grandmother from a website for her birthday. All went well. She got the present and was delighted with it. A few months later, I used the same website to order a vibrator, but it never arrived. I called customer support to complain, and they went over my order, including making sure that they had the correct address. It was then that I realized that I had sent the vibrator to my grandmother as her address had been saved as the default one from the previous order.
Yes.
I called my grandmother to ask if she had received the package. She said yes, but she gave it to my dad because she thought it was a toy for his cats that had been sent to her house by mistake.
A toy for his what?
Cats. Like, meow. Now, I don't know if my grandmother honestly did not know that this was a vibrator and really thought it was a cat toy. I believe she really had no idea what it was. She grew up Catholic in a small southern town and wasn't exposed to much outside of her own little world. So now, not only had I sent a vibrator to my grandmother, she had given it to my dad. I refused to call my dad. I was not ready to have that conversation. But about a week later, I got the package from my dad that contained the vibrator, and we never spoke of it. You would think that this is the end of the story, but it is not. Remember when I called customer service to find out why I didn't get my package? They were nice and sent out a replacement. Where did they send the replacement?
To her grandmother.
To my grandmother. I never told them to change the address. At this point, I was just too embarrassed to ask anyone about it and tried to forget it ever happened. Cut to Christmas, my dad came to visit. He told me he had something for me, so I went to the guest room with him. He hands me the package with the vibrator and says, "Please, for the love of God, stop sending vibrators to your grandmother." When I read this the first time, when I tell you, this had me in tears, because what do you mean?
Funny. That is too
what do
funny.
you mean?
But don't let old people fool you. Old people be pretending like they are oblivious to things. They be knowing.
Because out of all the things you thought it was, Grandma, a toy for cats, that just seems a little too,
Hey. Come to think about it, as I sit here,
I'm so immature.
It is a toy for cats.
It is a toy for cats. Let me tell you why I'm immature, because you're like, come to think about it, and then that, like, The whole thing. Yeah,
yeah,
it's just.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Welcome back to
yeah.
Virgo season, because apparently Ryan and I
Mm.
are 12 years old.
Before you continue,
Mm,
since we're here and we're immature, you speaking about cats, I have a joke about cats.
mm, mm, mm.
No,
Let
it's
me
not.
finish
It's not.
swallowing
No,
my juice, please. Okay.
it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Okay,
It's the
cool.
bad. The bad ones are later. The bad ones are later.
Okay.
How do cats like their steaks?
I don't know how.
Rare.
You know what's funny? Is my answer was gonna be like meow, like some shit like that. Like in my mind, I was trying to figure out how to meow medium and say rare at the same time. But you
Oh
got
my
that.
gosh. Mm-hmm.
You got
Uh
that.
huh.
Now, do you want to talk about the experience you had at a particular concert, or do you want to save that for later and we jump into the mess? How do you want to do this?
I mean, we could go straight into it. I mean, it's my time. I don't care what the people have to say. They've been trying to cook me all week, and I don't give a shit because, listen, listen. I don't think I can go to any more concerts in my life. I could tell you that right now.
Okay.
If the concert's headliner is not one Beyonce, Giselle Knowles Carter,
Mm-hmm.
it's lackluster. It's
Mm.
just it's
Mm.
just that. It's just
Mm.
lackluster.
Okay.
And I didn't want to go to this concert in the first place, but I'm a good husband. I'm a good
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
husband, and my
Mm-hmm.
wife wanted to go, and I got her
Mm-hmm.
tickets for her birthday.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm.
The concert in question is the one Breezy Bowl, Chris Brown's 20th year anniversary
Mm-hmm.
concert tour, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. MetLife Stadium. MetLife Stadium. Went there second night. Second night. It was raining. It was raining. So,
Yeah. Okay.
it took me forever to get there, one. And so for me, in my brain, I was already just like, if they cancel it, they cancel it. I'm just fine. I would love to get my money back. This is great. Only thing I would have lost was the money on the tolls. That's it. But
Right.
no,
Right.
no, 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 no. The rain decided to stop. It definitely started later than usual, but like we get there. We miss Bryson Tiller and we miss Summer Walker. As we were walking in, Summer Walker is singing. We could hear her, but we're not quite at our seats yet. So it's fine. Didn't care to see either one of them anyway. So it was okay. It was okay. All right. So we get in there. I'm like, at least Chris Brown is a dancer.
Okay.
He's going to be able to give me at least somewhat of a show. We are going to get in there, and it's not going to be on the Beyonce level, but you know, I guess I could have a decent time or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was under the impression I wasn't going to know very many songs, but the man has been on the radio for 20 years, so by osmosis, I do know a lot of them songs. If it was like a deep cut from an album or something like that, I didn't know it, but like all the like big singles and all of that, like I kind of knew all of those songs. Anyway, regardless, I expected this man is known for dancing, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's
Mm-hmm.
known for dancing. I figured he was going to have the dancing on point. Like his dances was going to be on point. Everything was going to be going. It was not that. The man walked around for 3 hours, walked around and sang, and then like gave us like some like improvised movements in between
Mm-hmm.
like breaths or whatever. But it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like every time there was like a choreographed like section, the
Mm-hmm.
dances weren't really in sync. He wasn't really giving much. And then to top it off, we always say this when we go to a Beyonce concert, her mic is on.
Always.
His mic was off.
Mm. I
Okay,
can believe that.
so
Okay.
people wanted to tell me it wasn't, and so I had to go back to the footage. I had to roll the bean footage for them, right? So I showed them the video. The man is singing his heart out, right? Singing whatever, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then all you see is the mic go down, and the vocals, all of it, it's still going. It's still happening. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm supposed to have my mic up here." Like it was just so like you would expect somebody that's been in the industry for 20 years doing this at this level to understand what to do, understand what a concert is supposed to be like. Beyonce talks to us throughout the concert. There is a through line throughout the concert. She runs you through a moment. She thinks about it all. She thinks
Mm-hmm.
about the person that's sitting all the way in the nosebleed seats, how they're going to see the stage. He
Mm-hmm.
had a bunch of he had a bunch of areas that people couldn't see what was going on. Like it was terrible. I wasn't okay. I would say it's terrible. A lot of people said that they had a good time. I just could not get into it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, I think I wasn't gonna go. I know you asked, and I knew that I wasn't gonna go. And that is simply because I have definitely seen images, videos of concerts or performances that man has put together prior,
hmm
and none of them have impressed me to the point where I could say, "Let me give him some money."
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, there's a trend that was going on that I saw online. Maybe you sent it to me. Did you send this to me? Where they were like, if there's as a concert and the three people in the concert are Chris Brown, Usher, and Beyonce, what's the
hmm
lineup?
I did. I think I did send it to you. Yeah.
What's the lineup? And I'm
What's
gonna
the
tell
lineup?
y'all
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna tell y'all this.
hmm
Um, it's Beyonce first. And the reason I say it's Beyonce first is because once Beyonce goes on, then I can go home.
We can go home. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Depending on, I mean, Beyonce does arenas. I don't think after seeing Usher at Barclays, I'm not going to
No.
hold you. I just was
No.
not
No.
impressed.
Beyonce
So,
does not do arenas. Beyonce does stadiums.
stadiums, excuse me, stadiums.
hmm
After
hmm
seeing
hmm
Usher at Barclays and seeing Beyonce at MetLife basically the same year,
Same year. Yeah.
essentially.
hmm
It's just not comparable. I may stick around to hear maybe one or two Usher songs, but I'm going home. So Beyonce is going to headline. She's opening. Okay. And it's only purely because I'm not, first of all, because if it's the other two, would I sit through another Usher concert? Maybe. If somebody else paid for the ticket, not me. You're not getting money from me. Am I sitting through a Chris Brown concert? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And so I'm not surprised that you didn't have a good time.
Yo, when I tell you, Joyhdae, I went. So I saw when I showed up. I showed up. I immediately saw somebody that I work with,
Okay.
and they gave me the up and down, and I had my Crocs on. First of all, because I'm not new to this, I understand.
I
I
love me a
understand what it
Croc,
is.
so
I
you
understand
have
what
to
it is.
tell me
But
twice.
I ain't wearing no regular Crocs. I'm wearing the Salahi Bembury, whatever, like fancy Crocs that
Hmm.
like you can't get anyway.
Hmm.
So anyway, because I'm like, I'm gonna have to be on my feet, and I'm not about to be uncomfortable. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
So she looking me up and down, and I'm just like, it is what it is.
Hmm.
I was anticipating fully that I was gonna be standing up. Everybody was sitting down. People stood up, and then they sat back down, and then they stood up and they sat back down, and then after a certain point, they just kind of just gave up and they were sitting down. When I tell you, especially for let's just talk about Renaissance for a second. Nobody was sitting down. Everybody was sweating. The whole stadium felt like it was going to break off and fall into the abyss because everything was shaking so crazy.
Right.
I was expecting something not quite on that level, but something similar. Nothing. Crickets. Crickets. In between the times where, first of all, we never know when Beyonce is going to change because so much is still going on during the times that she's transitioning. You have no time to catch your breath, and then she's back
Right.
out there.
Right.
This man had a whole bunch of like black screen, like everything just goes black, and then we're just like, what's happening now? Is this a break or whatever? Like it was just so like choppy, and nobody understood exactly what was going on. We decided to leave maybe 15-20 minutes before the concert was over, so by the time we got outside to the parking lot, that's when all the fireworks and all this stuff was going off behind us. When I tell you half the stadium was already outside heading to their cars as we were getting outside, that's what it was like. That's what it was like. I got up twice to go to concessions. Beyonce would potentially have me piss my pants because I was not moving. I cannot miss a thing.
I
This
don't.
is the difference. This is the
No,
difference.
it's I listen. You don't have to explain it to me. You asked, and I told you. You was like, so are you interested? And what did I say immediately? Absolutely not.
You did.
Absolutely not. I like, there's certain people where you're like, you think about maybe when I get older, I'll say, oh, I missed this moment of having seen this person perform.
Right.
You will never hear me say that about Chris Brown. Okay. You will never, and I've never been to a Chris Brown concert. You will never hear me say that about Chris Brown. Solely because, and this is not because, I mean, outside of like him being a terrible, awful person, and I liked him when he first came out before he showed himself to be a horrible, awful person. Vocally, he was never giving what you guys are giving him. Vocally. Can he sing? Yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to say he can't sing. No, let me finish my thought. I'm not saying that man cannot sing.
Mm-hmm.
But he is not a vocal powerhouse. Do you know what I mean? He can sing, he can carry a tune.
Mm.
But he needs to do less coke, more fine tuning. You know what I mean?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's what we need to worry about.
Well, again, I say this, I come on this show all the time and I tell you how much I'm not a hater. I could have my big, strong opinions, but I'm going to call a spade a spade. He can sing. I wish he did sing at the concert that I
No,
was
he can
at,
sing. He's just not a
but
vocal.
but it
It's
didn't
like,
happen.
I'm not saying the man cannot sing. He can sing.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a difference
Mm-hmm.
between like a Beyoncé singer, like vocal male talent, vocals, and a Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like there's a difference? He can carry a tune, and I'm sure if he stood in a spot, he would be able to hit his notes and do whatever, and not be high pitched, yada yada yada, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But he is not. I need you, boo. He's not giving me.
Oh
He's
boy.
not
Nah,
Luther.
he's definitely progressed from 16 to whatever age he
I'm
is
sure
now.
he
But like,
has. I'm sure he has.
but,
I know the coke is not helping, and I know the
the
videos that
other
I have seen have told me everything that I need to know because
another thing I want to say is that he needs a better stylist. I'm just saying. Some of these outfits was just like, sir, what the hell are you wearing, man? What are you wearing?
prison
Like
guard because he be out here
we
beating everybody up.
we have similar build. I mean, I was hoping for some sort of inspiration as I, changed my, wardrobe and all that. No, no, no. It was just,
Please don't
yeah.
ever look to Christopher Maurice
Yeah,
Brown for any
it's
type of
never
inspiration.
it's never happening.
Please,
Yeah. So
let's not.
that was my
I need
my
you, boo.
moment.
Sorry, that's in my
Like
head
I'm
now.
just saying, also leaving a Beyonce concert is like you
It's life
kind of like
changing.
float back to your transportation. You kind of float and you just wonder what the hell just happened to me just now. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of the vibe.
Listen, the
Not so.
only outside of Beyonce, the only other person who will ever with two people, well, two and a possible, that will get money from me is her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will pay to see Jay-Z perform. I will if I had a child, I would take my child with me. I would be the pregnant person at the Jay-Z concert rapping, going bar for bar. Do you understand me? Him, I'm upset that I did not go on Kendrick's tour
Oh my
because I
gosh,
would
you
have
don't
loved to have
understand.
seen Kendrick. And if
Ah!
Instinct gets back together, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. Because Justice for JC Chazé. Other than that, everybody else don't ask me. I'm not going. I'm not interested. There's nobody.
So I told a lot of people that nobody's getting money from me next year unless Beyonce goes on tour again next year. Sure. Her husband, sure, because it's his 30-year anniversary from Reasonable Doubt, and I'm pretty sure he's probably going to do something. We've already heard from inside sources that the man is working on music. He is working on new music,
No, he
so
is. But you know what
you
pisses me
know.
off about him? He will work on music and we will never see it. We will never see the light of goddamn day, just like his wife does. Because I remember that man sat in the interview and was like, "Yeah, she got 1,000 songs. We got locked in the
Yo,
vault." And
yo,
they be going in the studio for fucking fun. We want to have fun too, y'all.
people on her crew just lost music recently that was supposed to be like unreleased music or whatever, that God knows why they were walking around with this music on a hard drive in a vault, whatever, and it got stolen from a car. You think Beyonce cares? Beyonce got plan B, C, D.
Let's talk about the fact that that happened how many moons ago, and we still have not heard those songs. So I'm already convinced that that shit already it blew up. So whatever was in that has already been cleaned remotely. Because what do you
Self-destruct
mean?
mode.
What do you mean that y'all got unreleased Beyonce music? Ain't nothing on
And
those
ain't nobody heard nothing.
nowhere.
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah.
As soon as she stayed, was like Beyonce. They stole it. Whoop whoop, gone.
Yeah, it's those two next year if I pay for any more concerts. What I would say is 50-something-year-old Missy definitely gave me everything I needed when I went to see her. So that was amazing. I had a good time at that. And like you said, I'm kicking myself that I didn't go to see that Kendrick.
It would have
Like,
been a
first of all,
time.
I wasn't a big SZA fan, but recently I watched that Kiki and SZA movie, one of them days,
Mm-hmm.
and it was kind of cute, and I was very surprised that SZA held her own with the acting chops. I was like, okay, I was like, all
Netflix
right.
love telling me that that's a movie that I would possibly like, and I love telling Netflix to please leave me alone.
I was like, okay, all right, okay. So this is like a cute little like Friday for people that never seen Friday before. Like, sure.
Maybe I'll watch it tonight. Now, moving right along. I have not done this in quite some time, and it is
Oh
Virgo
boy.
season,
Oh
so it
boy.
is only apt
Oh
that
boy.
I do this
Oh
because
boy. I'm
it
scared.
brings me joy.
Oh boy.
Eric Adams really is an embarrassment to his family. One of his longtime advisors recently got caught handing a city reporter a bag of sour cream and onion potato chips. But inside the bag wasn't chips or just chips. There was an envelope with cash, $100 bill and a few 20s.
Mm-hmm.
The reporter turned it over to her editors, who notified
Mm-hmm.
investigators. The
Mm-hmm.
woman later apologized, claiming it was a cultural gesture gone wrong. Adams' campaign suspended her, denying the mayor had any knowledge. Now, she
Mm-hmm.
resigned back in
Mm-hmm.
2024 because the FBI had raided her home in a corruption probe that is tied to Eric Adams. I can't wait for New York to fire him. Okay. I saw another video where he was answering questions and somebody's asked him, why is he everywhere but Gracie Mansion? And that man sat on that, whatever, in that video and said, because if I'm not outside, how am I working?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I get the sentiment, but it just doesn't. I guess it would have landed if it would have landed if he wasn't himself. If he wasn't Eric Adams, it would have landed.
If we didn't see you at hookah lounges
Yes.
or on the corner of some random block doing pull-ups because you want the hood to think that you are, maybe we would have taken that answer seriously. You are
Dancing
everywhere,
bachata in
but
front of the bodega.
like
You
talk
know what
about
I
some.
mean?
What did he say during the Dominican parade that he thinks he got a little bit of Dominican in him? Go away forever. Go away forever. I have never been more embarrassed by someone that I don't know in my entire. Like, I look at Eric Adams and I get secondhand embarrassment. You know what I mean? Like, just at his existence, like it's just embarrassing, and it shouldn't be. And then you got the nerve to try to come for Cuomo because like you are trying to make yourself a contender in this mayoral race that is happening. No one is here to see you, Otis. Let me be the first one to tell you. You picking a fight with Cuomo when you are literally fourth behind Curtis. I know Ryan gonna tell me I'm not gonna say this man's name right. I don't care. Silva.
Definitely wrong.
Find
Definitely wrong.
something else to do, you bobble-headed disgrace. He just, oh
Yo,
my
it
God.
is so crazy. Like the incumbent mayor not even second term, like whatever, like okay, people are tired of you after your second term, so it is what it is. He only did one term, and he is so far behind in the polls. Like, incumbency immediately gives you like brownie points. I don't get this. I just don't understand why he's so far behind.
Curtis Silva has been running to lose for 18 years now. You were behind that man. Like, let's think about this.
Yeah.
There is a Republican who just be running for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
He is ahead of you, the incumbent mayor. Hang it up, flat screen,
In a
please.
democratic city, the third place candidate who is a Republican is in front of you, which is this is
Like,
wild. It's wild. It's
and
wild.
then what's that? The blind mayor, David. What's his name? Why can't I think of his name?
Patterson.
That one. First, he held an endorsement, and then he endorsed Eric Adams, sir.
Yeah, New York is a joke right now, just like the country in general. So I really don't know. I'm hoping they say actually again Virgo season. That's the name of the show. We don't know much about astrology.
We don't.
However, the little that I heard is that this new Virgo season coming in right now is supposed to be a cleansing of things and a reorganization and putting things back in order, kind of a sort of a
Let's
Virgo
pray
season.
because
So we'll see. We will see. We will
sidebar
see.
really quickly. Shout out to Gavin Newsom for the energy that he's been bringing recently to the Republicans and Donald Trump in particular. It tickles me. I also need y'all to understand that we got to stop trying to run these purity tests with politicians. Gavin is not perfect, but he is what we need at this moment because he's getting under Donald Trump's skin. And anybody who gets under Donald Trump's skin, okay in my book. So what I'm going to say about that. Some of y'all need to realize that ChatGPT is not a doctor in any aspect of the word. A man poisons himself using ChatGPT for advice. A 60-year-old man wanted to cut salt from his diet.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of going to his doctor and asking, he turned to ChatGPT. ChatGPT recommended sodium bromide,
Yeah.
a toxic chemical if consumed regularly. For 3 months, he used it instead of table salt. The result, he ended up with paranoia, hallucinations, insomnia, acne, and full psychosis. Doctors diagnosed him with bromide poisoning and got him back to health. I need y'all to listen. I know people who be like, I spoke to ChatGPT about XYZ. I love ChatGPT to help me with my
Yeah.
social media.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not asking ChatGPT, hey, Chat, can you diagnose my love life? Like, can we be for real?
So on social media, I've seen a lot of people making fun of this and laughing and doing all that stuff. I
Mm-mm.
find this to be
Mm-hmm.
extremely sad for a couple of reasons. Um, the fact that this man chose not to go to his doctor and use Chat GPT in lieu of that goes to show the state of our healthcare in America. Because
Absolutely.
guarantee you, if healthcare was free or affordable or whatever, that man would have went to his doctor and figured it out. I don't know what his situation is, but I have a good feeling that that was probably the reason he went to ChatGPT. Secondly, older people and newer technology don't usually mix well. And so we need that in between to help them kind of like I am in the process right now of being that in between for the older generation and the younger generation right now, and it's kicking my ass. I'm gonna tell you that right now. One
Right.
thing it's crazy because you gotta hold their hands like if they are brand new toddlers that are just seeing the world for the first time, because if you like people, the way that this is being marketed, especially on places like Facebook, they love a Facebook.
Oh, they sure do.
It will tell you that this is the next best thing, that it's even more smart than humans and all these things, and like they'll be like, okay, well, that's what it said, that's smarter than me, so sure, why not? And I just want the literacy to be there for the older people, and for us, the people that are the in between, to be more cognizant of our elders and try to help them out a little bit, because this is sad. This
No,
is
that's
pretty
scary.
sad.
It's
Yeah.
scary. And I mean, the crazy thing is not to he honestly may not have even necessarily asked ChatGPT in of itself. He could have just went into Google and said, "How do I cut salt?" And Google now uses ChatGPT or AI for an answer.
AI right at the top. Yeah.
So it could have just been like, you know, sodium bromide is a great alternative. And then he may have gone into ChatGPT and chat was like, oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. And this is how you can use it. You know what I mean? Like you do have to be careful. There needs to be some sort of like, I don't know, AI is getting scarier and scarier. I enjoy AI for a couple of reasons, but also because I feel like we need to know what's going on because people are getting better at it.
Yeah,
People
definitely.
like I remember there was a video that recently went viral of a bunch of bunnies jumping on a trampoline and people thought that it was real and it was AI.
Right.
Like people can't there's no like people are missing like the tells that it's AI now.
Yeah,
And it's
because it's
just
getting so
like
good.
yeah, and so it's like there needs to be something that's done because not everybody's going to use it for good purposes at all.
At
Um
all.
and we need to be aware of that, especially when you have older people in your life. Like I tell my mother all the time because she'll try to tell me she saw something on YouTube, and I'm like, "Ma'am, what we're not gonna do is that." Okay. She'll be like, no, bro, on YouTube, Missy. Absolutely not. That's what we're not gonna do. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
this is not funny, but it's like people are weird. So in China, there's a 38-year-old man who posed as a woman named Sister
Whew.
Hong, who online who lured men into hookups. He secretly recorded them, and it was like thousands of people of
Mhm.
videos. Eventually, I don't know if he was hacked or if he just uploaded them, then people found them. But at least 3 men later tested positive for HIV. He was arrested in July and faces multiple charges, including transmitting disease, which carries up to 10 years in prison. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is it came across my timeline on TikTok, and I was like, what is happening right now? Because in the videos that you would see, there's a woman or someone who presented as a woman, mostly usually like the face was covered in some sort of like with a mask on, a wig, tall, if you ask me for a woman, but you know, models
Right.
exist. These
Right.
men would come in, they would have to bring her a gift of sorts, and they was bringing all kinds of things: watermelon, a phone,
Right.
a
Right.
bag of rice. The thing that would trip me out is when men would like some men would pull the mask down and like he would let them, and then they would then proceed to carry on, which fine, you know, do what you have to do. But what are we on right now? You know,
Yeah.
what are
Yeah.
we on?
The part about this that is so crazy to me, like I know a lot of people have a lot of real crazy things to say about this, but the part that is terrible for me is that this was all done without the people's consent.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say this all the time. Don't yuck nobody's yum. It is what
At
if
all.
they like it, they like it. I love it. Whatever. However, give people the opportunity to know that this is being recorded, and give them the opportunity to choose whether they want to participate or not. It is really crazy. A lot of people have lost their livelihoods over this. I assume just by sheer number that at least some people have lost their lives to this.
Probably.
Um, it's uh, it's uh, it's really, it's really crazy. I just saw a lot of people on social media being like, they saw, like after the dude kind of like showed himself to be a man, or they saw body parts. Some people decided, nah, I don't want to deal with this, and left, and the others chose to still participate and all that. I don't find nothing wrong with that. I don't see why that's funny
No.
or whatever. It's the part. It's so violating. It's like going to the bathroom, a place where you assume that there's a relative level of privacy, and then there's like a camera like that's in the toilet, or a camera right
Right.
above head or something like that. Like it's just not something that you should ever do, and you should have a reasonable expectation that these private moments
Will remain private.
private. I mean, I know that's the that's not necessarily the world we live in with like these dating apps and like all that, which Lord, I'm so happy that I never been on a dating app, and
Rub it in.
I
Rub
found
it
my
in.
person before then,
Rub it
but
in.
but you know,
I'm Ryan. I'm happily
it's
married with my
it's
snowman.
it's scary, especially
No, it is.
knowing that this is the world that my children will grow up into. You know, hopefully they found a new way or a better way to function by the time they're of dating age and adults and all of that. But like right now, dumpster fire.
Utter and pure dumpster fire. Because Ash also shared something else with me on Twitter, on TikTok, about how, like the meta glasses exist. And
Mm-hmm.
like, I guess this woman had gone to her waxer, and like her
Mm.
waxer had on meta glasses.
Oh.
And even though there's a light on meta glasses that should let you know that it's
Oh.
recording, people are covering it with electrical tape.
Right.
So you
Right.
don't see that it's recording you.
Right. Yeah.
Let me say something. If I ever go to my wax and she got on glasses, now we both got to do this blind. Because what you're not going to do is that. What you're not going to do is that. Because what are we talking about right now? Are you serious?
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is, yeah, it's
It's gotten to
getting,
the point where like people are
yeah,
being ridiculous. Like it's
yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah, yeah. We're about to see a lot of laws, and a lot of people go to jail over stuff like this. A lot of people gonna lose their lives over this because some people ain't gonna take this as nicely as others. So,
As you shouldn't. Why would you violate my privacy? I understand when I'm outside in public that I do not have the right to privacy when I am outside in public. But
mm-hmm,
if I'm in a private establishment or
mm-hmm,
something like that, then I do expect some sort of relative privacy. You
yeah,
violate that, I'm violating you. It's just that
yeah,
simple.
yeah.
SeaWorld has decided that they want to do a summer concert series starring some of y'all's favorite 90s and 2000s
Woo.
stars, from Baby Bash, Ying Yang Twins, Soldier Boy, Bow Wow, Fat Joe, Waka Flocka, Trina, Genuine, and a whole lot more. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's in the water, but I need all these old heads to relax. Okay, y'all are doing the most with the absolute least. I'm not gonna hold you though. I'm not going to SeaWorld because I don't like how they treat they whales don't need to be in captivity, and I'm not with that. I'm not with
Right,
the shit. But
right.
I might go to a SeaWorld concert. I might go to a SeaWorld concert.
Yeah,
Because it
yeah,
looks like they're having fun. But
yeah. So I remember, and this story means nothing. I'm just getting to a point. Um, so I remember sixth grade. I think it was sixth grade. Um, I was doing well. I was on the honor roll, but my mom was just like, I know you have 85 or whatever, but like get your grades up to like 90, 95 or whatever. Get on the principal's honor roll, and then if you get your grades up to like principal honor roll level, I'll take you to Disney for the summer. I was like, say less. Say less. My GPA was like 98 or something like that at the end of the
right,
school year.
right.
She had to take my ass to Florida. So we did Disney, we did Universal Studios, and we did SeaWorld. I think there was some sort of package deal for like all of the
Mhm.
things. First of all, loved Universal Studios. I'll hands down I'll do that over Disney any day. Whatever. And then one of these days was the random SeaWorld visit. The most boring thing that I've ever done in my
I'm
life.
sure.
The
I'm
most
sure.
boring thing that I'm
I'm
just
sure.
saying.
It
Yo,
doesn't surprise me.
so I would have loved a concert to break up the monotony of this nonsense garbage that I was watching. So that would have been great. However, this is a tactic that corporate America uses all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Anytime a business is faltering, they bring the black people in to save it.
Of
Because
course.
the way that they look at that is either they gonna save it because the black people have the spending power to do and turn things around, or if it goes to shit, it's them
They can
black
still
people's
blame.
fault. It's them black people's fault, right?
We are the
That's what
culture.
That's what
We
this
shift the
is.
culture. Of
That's
course.
what this is. So if you look up the amount of the, like, right before all this started happening, SeaWorld was like losing the amount
Tanking.
of the amount of visitors and the money and all that stuff. Ever since then, they've been like bringing in a profit and higher visitation, more people than normal. And so obviously this is working. You
Right.
understand? So on the one hand, black people are outside having a good time and enjoying this, but I don't want to be the scapegoat. I don't want to
Yeah.
be the I don't want to be the I don't want to be the bait or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. I don't want to be that. It feels gross to me. Like,
No,
and so
you're
it's
100% right.
I don't like
That's,
that.
you know, it's funny to your point, what you just, the point that you just made too about them bringing in black people. I am going to be so interested to see what coon is going to sign up to try to help save Target. I cannot
Yeah.
wait to see
Oh
what
no.
coon they think is going to do something that they think is going, and it's going to get some people back, right? Because
Yeah.
we're not a monolith, and some people are like, oh, I cannot wait to see what coon is like, oh, I just dropped this thing in Target, and Target thinks that's going to turn it around for them. And this is coming from somebody who loved and adored Target. Like, Target was definitely my little weekend spot. Ain't been since January. Hurts my heart. But
Mm.
I would I go to one of these concerts? No, because it's on TikTok. I don't need to spend my money. Thank you for showing it to me for free and
Right.
saving me
Right.
that. Also, PSA to all these R&B artists of yesteryear, including Carlisa's gonna be mad at me. Carlisa's husband, Genuine. All this shucking and jiving that y'all are
Yeah.
doing at y'all concerts,
Mm.
we don't need it. Keep it. Okay? Leave it to the youngins. I don't need to see Genuine or Maxwell moving. None of y'all songs require the movement that y'all are giving me. None of them. Absolutely none of them. So please. And it's all of them.
Listen,
It's them. Joe was doing it. Somebody else. It's like Kenny Latimer. Why?
listen, I'm not. Oh gosh, how do I say this? I am not mad because they come from a time where you had to have the showmanship. You have to give the
I
people what
understand.
they want to see. I get it. And it's just, I'm also not mad that they're doing these concert series because, like, if they weren't doing them, what else were they going to be
I know.
doing? Like,
I'm
it
not
is.
mad at them. I'm just telling these old ass people to stop because your knees is not what they used to be. Okay, the knees is not. And this is why y'all can't go on tour because y'all doing all this extra shit and your
Mm.
back get thrown out because you out here thinking you got Megan knees. Megan is in her 20s. You are in your 50s, approaching 60s. Cut it out. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I am in the gym right now and I'm stretching and doing all the things so that when I'm in my 50s and 60s, I can still dip it and do it. You hear that, wife? I'm just saying. I'm
I
just
just,
I'm just I'm just saying.
first of
So
all,
be
I
be
hope that I'm
prepared. Be
there
prepared and be warned, okay?
with my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 so I can record you dipping at 50 something with your old knees. Because I'm going to laugh. I am.
My wife is 5'3", so I have to dip regardless. She
That's
is
true.
too short. She's too short.
She's
I have
adorable.
to
I love her.
I have to I have to keep these knees in order. I have to
Yeah,
somehow.
no. Yeah, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
First of all, y'all gonna stop rubbing this love in my dipped in my
You said your man is coming in November, so just wait. You just
I
wait. He
can't
coming on
wait.
the
Me
he
and my
coming on the
alien
spaceship.
bae.
He
I
coming he
can't
coming on the
wait. You
spaceship.
saw him? He tatted up and everything with the goatee. Yes, babe. Come get me.
Unbelievable.
Um,
Unbelievable.
Aubrey continues to prove that he is not like us. And it's just
I saw
taking
what you did there.
L
Hmm.
after L after L. He has escalated his feud with Kendrick into this with his into this lawsuit against UMG, Universal Music Group. Um, he amended his filing, arguing that Kendrick's kids and by extension his own family was dragged into the spotlight. He mentioned something about DNA testing to see if Kendrick's kids were his or Dave Freeze.
Oh my
Um,
god.
which, okay, sir. UMG fired back, calling the lawsuit absurd, obviously, and harassment. They said they'd never deliberately harm one of their biggest artists, and that involving children crossed a moral line. Drake's team also tried to subpoena UMG CEO Lucien Grange, and Lucien was basically like, "I'm too busy to be over here babysitting rap beef." When Drake needed to to do shit like stop Pusha T from dropping something, I did. So I don't know why he coming at me now, acting like all of a sudden
Right.
this is not in our wheelhouse. Like we didn't do this for him.
First of all, before you continue, if Lucian Grange is not the best villain name that you've ever heard in your life,
The best.
just saying.
The best. Like that is some Marvel
Yes.
comic DC
Yes.
super like villain type shit. Lucian Grange. First of all, Aubrey, now you got me having to like hang it up. You lost the beef.
Yeah.
You lost the battle. That
Yeah.
is it. Hang it up. First of all, and then I think I just saw today, and I didn't get to research it enough, that UMG in one of their most recent responses has basically said like it's well known and documented that Aubrey communicates with young women. Your money is not as long as UMG's, first and foremost.
Right.
Second of all, they're exposing you because then it turns out that you have one of the worst deals signed to. Kendrick said you was signed to a that was signed to a that is signed to a. My God.
Yeah.
You don't own anything.
Yikes.
Let's hang it up. Let's just. You should have just said it was what it was. You should have taken it on the chin.
Yeah.
Kept it moving.
Yeah.
Now you out here just corny.
What? Yeah, he is very corny. There's a what do you call it? A campaign for people to boycott his next release, a media block or media whatever, so that there's nothing behind that, because people are very upset that this guy's lawsuit is basically trying to validate people's lyrics, basically like use people's hip hop lyrics against them in real life situations. And so if this were to go through now, this is literally the court case that people could refer to continue to prosecute people in the future according to what it is that they say in these lyrics. If you were ever in English class, creative writing is a thing that exists. And so for people to be stymied by this big travesty. So for me, that's the biggest part of this. Yes, we know that you lost. Even if you do win, you will have spent loads of money on this with your legal fees. So I don't know who's winning out of this. I think Kendrick kind of wins regardless of how this goes. So this just doesn't make any sense, and I think this is the end for you. I hope so, but people still kind of like rock for people like you, so I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
A lot of people maintain an allegiance to losers, which is why Eric Adams is mayor of New York City.
Yikes.
But at the end of the day, regardless of how this shakes, Kendrick won. And even if Drake is able to, if Aubrey is able to put out music, because he's going to have fans, there will always be an asterisk behind his name, thanks to Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, too, when this whole thing started and Kendrick was out here whooping his ass, Drake said he fed him. Didn't he say he was feeding him information? So if I use the information that you
gave me, and how you gonna sue me off of information?
How you gonna sue me about information that you gave me? Again, is it Uchi Wally or is it one mic? Aubrey. This is why I told you. See, just listen to Joyhdae. Just listen to Joyhdae. I've been telling y'all, just listen to me, because this man. And at the end of the day, he brought up the kids. Like he started, like you asked for this. You literally asked Kendrick for this. You just didn't think that Kendrick would actually respond.
And in this way and with this much force. Because Not Like Us, there's never been a song like Not Like Us ever.
Ever.
Like, I forget the numbers, but I do know that there's never been another song that was a diss song that turned into a mainstream song that's done the type of numbers that Not Like Us has done. It's never happened, and that's off of your back.
It's off the fact that you told that man he don't make records that people dance to. So in response to you saying that, he made the biggest record of his career so far, a dance track dissing you. So much so, in fact, that when he went to Toronto and sold out an arena in Toronto,
oh my God,
y'all's people's up there gaslighting themselves as to why they were at the concert, talking about some they just there to see SZA. Y'all didn't leave after SZA got off the
Y'all
stage,
did
though.
not leave. Y'all did not leave. Oh
Y'all
my
did not
gosh.
leave when SZA got off the stage, though. And
Oh
y'all
my
definitely was
gosh.
asking him to run it back when he played Not Like Us in Toronto. And y'all didn't boo. Y'all
Did
was out
not.
there saying A minor along with everybody else. I need y'all to be so for real. Aubrey, hang it up. If whoever's on your team at this point, fire them and start over because they do not have your best interest at heart.
No.
The crazy thing about this is while he would have lost the battle regardless, he could have salvaged some of his legitimacy in other ways. You have literally lost all of that behind Kendrick Lamar, who to somebody like me is he's obviously a better rapper, but you two are not on the same level in terms of like recognition, like global recognition, right? Like some people would still consider Kendrick to be a lesser artist than Drake because numbers matter, right?
Right.
That man dismantled you in 3 weeks. We ain't never seen nothing like that, and we grew up in the golden era of hip hop.
And you can't say that anymore. Literally in the gutters of the most poor nation on the planet, they know who Kendrick is. They know who he is now.
I just seen online a Hindi artist playing the sitar, just not like us. Are we serious right now? Hang it up. Hang it up. Adonis needs to be able to go to school and show his face. At this point, it's a wrap for the kid.
I just saw something that said that he took Adonis out of school when Not Like Us came out. I mean, that's your fault.
Smartest thing you could have done. Smartest thing you could have done for that kid because
that's your fault.
What? I agree, Cash. Since you want to make your opinion known.
Yes, Cash. You got jokes for me this week, or
I
what?
do. Okay, we're gonna start off with this one. This one is like not as raunchy as my other ones because everything else became a little. I got carried away. This was submitted by Natalie.
Okay.
This is kind of long, but not really. My uncle retired this week after being a lumberjack for 40 years. At his retirement party, he said he knew that he cut down exactly 27,519 trees during his career. I asked him how he knew, and he said, every time I cut down a tree, I keep a log.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. So this week, my kid asked me, what's it like to have the best kid in the world? I told her I wouldn't know. She would have to ask my mom.
First of all, Shady Pines. I'd be sending you to Shady Pines. What do you mean? Sending you straight to Shady Pines. What?
Woo, that was too funny to me.
What do you call a dog with no hind legs and brass balls?
Oh, man. I don't know. What?
Sparky.
The brass balls, I guess, dragging on the ground, Sparky, but like...
Technically, it should be metal, but like metal balls just didn't cease. It just doesn't roll off the tongue as well as brass,
What? Okay.
It goes downhill even more from there. So prepare yourself.
Okay. All right. I guess. What do you get when you mix birth control and LSD?
Oh God. Your dream child?
A trip without kids.
Why do women's panties have flowers on them?
Oh, this is an old joke I had. Oh my gosh, I can't recall this. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Tell me.
In memory of the faces that were buried there.
Since we're going there. Okay, my little feisty friend gave me this one. I don't know if I want to give her name, but She asked, "What do you call a guy with a giant penis?"
I'm gonna say dick.
Phil.
You know what, girl? Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yo, some of the people that give me jokes that don't want to like tell their name or whatever, these are the most like demure people that you could ever think of. At
It's
least you
always
would
the
think.
quiet ones.
You
It's
would
always the
think.
quiet ones. It's always the
Yeah.
ones that look quiet. That's why they be
Mm-hmm.
like, you wear glasses. And I'm like, don't
Mm-hmm.
let these glasses fool you.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between acne and a Catholic priest?
I know this one, Joyhdae. I think I've said it
Did you
before.
did you do this one? You may
I think
have.
so. I think so. I think acne waits until you're 12 to come on your face.
One
Something like
waits
that.
until puberty to come on your face.
Yeah, yeah. Yikes.
I got two more.
Yikes. Okay. All right. This one I saw, and this one is a pretty. I think other people have seen it on social media too, but it's too funny not for me to tell you what it is. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Why can't two Chinese people make a Caucasian?
Oh God. Oh God. To our Asian listeners, because I know we got at least one. I apologize in advance. I know I call him Mr. Out of Pocket. This is exactly why. Because it's about to be out of pocket. Why? Why can't they make a Caucasian? Oh God.
Because two Wongs can't make a white.
Oh, that just gave me a headache. Oh,
Cash like that
oh
one.
my God, he did because
Cash,
he over there.
cash.
He's over here
Mm-hmm.
co-signing.
Mm-hmm.
Why did Helen Keller only masturbate with one hand?
Mm, mm, mm,
Oh
mm, mm, mm,
shit!
mm. Oh my gosh. Why today?
She needed the other hand to moan.
Mm. Virgo Season Show .com is the website. Somebody told me the other day that y'all got merch up there. You could tell them to buy the merch on the website. So yes, please go to the website. It's almost hoodie season. We got hoodies over there.
Yeah, we
T-shirts,
do. We
hats, all
do.
that. All that.
We do.
And Virgo Season Show at gmail.com is the email address.
Mm-hmm.
And there's lots of things you can ask us or tell us there. So do that. Thanks.
Do you want me to give you my last one before I do my outro, or how do you want to do it?
Shit, I thought you were done. I guess go. Keep going then, I guess.
What's blonde, brunette, blonde, brunette, blonde, brunette, blonde?
What? All right. We don't have time. Go. What?
A naked blonde doing cartwheels.
I thought it had something to do with that. I definitely did. Definitely did.
Oh shit. Okay, wait, I got a headache because Ryan, oh God, that Chinese joke I can't. You can also find us at Virgo Season Show on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. You can find Ryan at Black Ryan on TikTok and Instagram, and you can find me at Joyhdae on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah. All right. One more before we go. Okay. How do you embarrass an archaeologist?
I don't know, but I know it's about to be out of pocket.
You give him a used tampon and ask him to guess what period it came from.
Ryan.
Bye.
Virgo season!